Hey guys, welcome back to my Let's Play of West of Loathing. The last episodes, I have to apologize about the last 4, had some screen sizing problems. I didn't realize that until I finished recording, because I batch record them, so by the time I realized it, it was just keep them or lose 3 hours of footage, so I figured I'd keep them. So let's go ahead and jump into our gameplay. Alright, and I promised you guys we would do some main mission stuff, so that is what we are going to do right now. Head to the railroad camp. As you're riding along the dusty desert trail, you feel a change in the air. This area is thick with mystical bean energy. You orient your mind along the axis of the powerful magnetic bean field and follow it to a cave. A sign out front reads, "The Great Garbanzo Secret Hideout. Fellow bean wizards welcome. You discovered a new map location, the Great Garbanzo's Hideout." Alright, let's check it out. The sign says keep out unless you are the Great Garbanzo. Alright, we're gonna pretend like we are the Great Garbanzo. There's a sofa. You find some loose beans in the cushions. Got all-purpose beans. Let's check out what those do. Can serve any purpose if you are a master chef. This bag is filled with mixed beans, not in the sense that it contains some of every type of bean, but in a sense that every bean it contains is a mix of every type of bean. Fair enough. We got Beans Illustrated. An old tome of bean recipes, general cookware tips. Teaches you how to cook advanced bean dishes and make bean iron cookware. Alright, we got Master Cookery. Fortunately, the book was so fragile that your close reading caused it to crumble to dust. You approach the arcane oven and prepare to ply your mystical trade. Cook something simple. You gaze at the all-purpose beans and imagine things you can make with them. What do we want, guys? Let's cook thinking beans. Got a plate of thinking beans. Fortunately, you don't have any bean iron or any all-purpose beans, so there's not much you can accomplish with our arcane oven right now. Check out this guy's pillow. Oh, we got more all-purpose beans. Nice. Out here. Oh, I have to make one stop off. I forgot. We have to go see the scientist about our El Vibrato technology. I don't know if I can remember where he was. There he is. The professor's house. Here's your stuff, nerd. Great, let me just... Yep, okay, this'll do the trick. Let me just get this running and you'll be able to grab a keystone from it. I'll take another 5 scrap for each one you need. Are you familiar with the Lost Dutch Oven mine? Grim place, but that's where I found the chassis for that fabricator wedged behind an unusual pile of rocks. Seems like a good place to start hunting. Discovered new map location. The Lost Dutch Oven. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's try to flush this toilet for more free XP. Alright, one more stop for being sidetracked. Alright, maybe another one. You see a sign labeled "This way to Lazy A Dude Ranch" off the side of the trail. You mark the location on your map. Alright, we better go check it out. It's right beside it anyway. I wonder if there's a needle in here. Old burn crate. Guess it came with the property. a length of rope, and some ranch dressing. Hey, like howdy, I'm selling herbal remedies. Care to buy? What kind of herbal remedies? The kind that are gifted to us by Gaia without any interference by human hands. So weeds? That's a derogatory term created by man, but yeah, basically. What does this hippie want? An herbal remedy. Oh, guys, that's what we're at. We're at a hippie commune. Hey, yeah, howdy, man. What's happening? That's what I was wondering. Oh, not much, man. We moved into this little patch of land to grow crops, but then we decided it's more natural just to let Gaia grow whatever she wants, right? I bet that's a lot easier, too. Ha ha ha. Right on, man. Where'd you get that hat? It will be mine. Oh, this is a friend of mine made it, man. I forgot which one. What will you take for it? Well, I've been thinking of trying a new style, man. Maybe like one of those hats the army guys used to wear back in the day. Like as kind of an ironic statement, man. There's an old fort over yonder that-a-way. I'll swap you if you can. Find one of those, man. Alright, good thing we already grabbed our old patrol cap. Nice, man. Barter is like commerce, man. Except natural. Can you dig it? Got our strange hat. Plus 4 muscle. Howdy, I'm Dick. I'm Louise. Louise Lathrop. Why the long face, Louise? Oh, geez, basically I'm stuck here farming with a couple dummies who don't know how to farm, dang thing. So they just let me grow weeds and call it natural. I'm so sick of eating dandelions I could scream. Get the hell out of here, then. I haven't gotten any meat or any other prospects or anywhere to go, I mean. Dandelions are terrible, but they're better than eating dirt. This is such a mess. How'd you get in this predicament? I headed west after graduating baking school, and I fell in with these guys because they talked a big game about natural grains. Fool that I was. I didn't realize all they were really interested in was getting silly on loco weed and not doing any work. That sounds like a good life. Gosh, yes, desperately. The only trade I know is baking, though. Do you know somewhere that's hiring a baker? Heck, even unpaid would be better than this if it comes with the room and board. I just want to get out of here. I don't. Sorry, lady. Shucks, well, if you hear anything, please let me know. Alright, let's go raid their garden. A terrible garden. Let's leave these hippies to die. Find a pair of binoculars hanging on a passing cactus. I mean a cactus you're passing, not a cactus that's passing you. It only looks like it was passing you because of your frame of reference. Thanks for the clarification. We got disposable binoculars. Basically just lets us find one location and then they break. Wow, this place looks like bad news. Wow, those are some stinky fissures. I can't get any closer, not without some stench resistance at least. Alright. Well, we know we have stench resistance. I'm still not gonna let us pass even with that. Oh, it did. These lockers are all unlabeled and unlocked. Let's loot them then. We got a gas mask, miner's pants. What do my pants that we have now do? 3 armor and -2 moxie. So, almost as good, and they don't come with the negative. Let's grab what's left after the miners must have eaten down here to avoid the stench upstairs. Got cat's eye candy and sausages. Ooh, another spittoon. I don't know what kind of tobacco these miners are chewing, but it must be extra corrosive because this brass spittoon has a hole eaten through the bottom and dark stains underneath where the spit leaked out. Although oddly, it doesn't seem to be leaking now, and it's half full. I guess the miners plugged the hole with something. Oh, well, we've already checked out two. We might as well inspect this one. It's a spittoon. It's disgusting. You can practically see the stink lines coming off of it. Come on, let's not do this. We're gonna do it. Oh geez, fine, okay. You crouch down to take a careful look at the filthy spittoon. The inside is blackened with a year's worth of stains. The death broth inside has a rainbow sheen like a parking lot oil spill. An occasional little bubble pops on the surface. You can actually feel a slight warmth radiating off of it from where whatever diabolical chemical reaction is taking place in there. You realize you're holding your breath, not deliberately, but for the human body's natural instinct for self-preservation. Let's inhale. Imagine someone made a big pot of chili con carne, then left it under the porch. 3 rats crawl into the pot, eat half the chili, and then die. A week later, a family of cockroaches takes up residence among the writhing maggots. Cockroaches smoke thick black cigars, which they light with tufts of burning human hair. That's what it smells like. Alright, let's search it. Sounds good. Fortunately for you, the rainbow-colored film on the surface of the liquid coats your hand as you plunge it into the toxic stew, keeping it from being immediately dissolved down to the bones. The smell intensifies and your stomach prepares to hose the poisons off your arm with a high-pressure stream of vomit. But your fingers touch something at the bottom of the spittoon. Better pull it out fast while you still have something to pull it out with. You pull out the world's most disgusting pair of pants out of the spittoon and jump back as the hole at the spittoon's bottom, now unplugged, begins to leak steaming filth. Congratulations, you're the proud owner of the worst object I've ever been paid to think about, narrowly defeating a bondage harness made from the skin of a clown. You got the spit-soaked pants. +2 armor, +2 speed. Alright, we're gonna equip that, guys. It's better than what we have now. Let's pry open this crate. Can of oil, dynamite, thermos of spiked coffee. There's oil at the elevator. Take the elevator down. You emerge from the elevator into a deeper shaft. By the light of your lantern, you see exposed meat veins on nearly every surface. It's unusual that there would be this much readily available meat left in a working mine. What were they digging for if not this? I don't know, but I'll take the meat. Nice. This guy looks like Walter White. He's rocking out by himself. Let's talk to him, see what's up. This guy's totally out of it. He's gibbering and drooling and doesn't seem to even see you. Let's try talking to him. Hey buddy, are you okay? Good blob, Rob, Bibble, Birdo, Gordo, Blup. Uh-huh. You wave your hand in front of his face, but he doesn't react at all. He's got the meat madness, guys. We should put him out of his misery. I wonder what happened here. Let's go down farther. Hey, is that a diamond? This gem is it's pretty, but it smells terrible. Got the effluous emerald. If this gem is half as valuable as it is pungent, you're in the money. You should probably wash your hands before you spend it. The gouge marks are dark with blood. You have to get out of this pit right now. Wow, what is this thing? As you get near the rocks, the voice in your head begins screaming too loudly to ignore. You have to get out of this pit right now. Do I have to, though? Nothing wrong with being crazy. Alright guys, that's all we can do. Let's get out of here. I know I can just go to my map and jump out of here, but I just want to see if something happens on my way out. But it doesn't look like it's going to. Nope. Let's put our souvenir spoon back. Let's get out of here. Alright, one more sidetrack to the circus. There's a wooden dusty crate lying near the trail, and it turns out to be half full of old dynamite. That's probably not something that should just be lying out in the sun like that. Well, it's ours now. We got 4 dynamite. Looks like you found the circus with those clowns. Those clowns we're talking about A circus. That's like a clown hive. Unfortunately, it's not a very big circus. Fortunately, it's not a very big circus. There probably aren't very many clowns. Certainly not enough for an army or invasion force or anything. Still, since it turns out demonic clowns are a real thing, any number of them could be real trouble. You walk up as nonchalantly as possible, so the clowning the ticket booth won't suspect you know his horrible secret. So whistle innocently. It's been a while since we fought anything. So you approach a clown. The clown puts on basically a cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow. Sir, how can I help you? Oh, I want to run away with the circus. Aren't you a little old for that? Sorry, we aren't hiring. Darn. We almost became a circus performer, guys. Alright, then let's actually see the circus. Well, you came to the right place then, but if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. Well, good thing we killed your friends. The clown looks very surprised. What? How did you? Well, great. Good for you, sir. I'll just take that, stamp your hand for re-entry. There we go. Enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partners get in free. Convenient. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir," in a loud and enthusiastic voice. You walk into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. As nonchalantly as possible, there are a bunch of clowns around working the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, of which there don't seem to be more than a dozen or so, which is good, and that means the clowns can't disappear as easily if they figure out what you know. But on the other hand, if things go wrong, your innocent bystanders might get caught in the crossfire. Sometimes you need some collateral damage. What's this note say? The merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. Condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance of some sort of stage. The stage show ain't till later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Appears to be a shooting type carnival game. Let's take a closer look. Howdy there, fellow. We have here is a game of sharp eyes and quick reflexes. Hope you won't take it as an insult if I suggest one of the other games might be more your speed, but you're welcome to try your luck all the same. Carnies guys are gonna rip us off, but we'll try it. Well, on the wall behind me, I've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition, and your goal is to pop it as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. What's our prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. Alright, let's do it. Good luck. Shoot backwards and cross-eyed, shoot from the hip, shoot like the wind, shoot like a jaguar. Alright, we're gonna shoot like a jaguar. I'm not exactly sure how a jaguar shoots, but presumably it's pretty good. You clear nearly the entire wall of balloons and the clown looks genuinely impressed. Well, I'll be. Looks like you win. Congratulations on the finest shooting I've seen in quite a time. We got one circus sideshow ticket. The show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. This appears to be some kind of card-based carnival game, though it's not clear how it works from here. Let's take a closer look. Step right up, fella. Step right up. If I may say so, you've got the look of an intelligent and learned individual about you, and I happen to have a game here that puts those faculties to the test. What's the game? The simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I show you all the faces and then I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, sir. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you got a touch of magic in you and you want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. What do we win from it? I know we already have the ticket, but let's win all of them. Carefully scan the deck of cards as the clown spreads it out in front of you, and he turns them over with a sweeping flourish. Ready? Alright, let's give it a whole lot, since we can't give it our all. The clown starts picking cards out of the deck, holding them up with the backs of you. You manage to guess about 2/3 of them. So that's not bad, not enough to win the grand prize, but you deserve some recognition for that, my friend. You got a small owl plush. Well, howdy there, fella. This here's a challenge of strength. I hope you don't mind me saying it, but you might prefer one of the other games if you care to try your luck. I certainly won't stop you. Alright, let's see if we can win this. Nope. Got a teddy bear. +4 melee attack damage. There's a kid searching around with a sad look on his face. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? It's shiny steel. It's shiny steel, and it's on a little chain. Alright. We find it, we're keeping it. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. You notice that he's watching you, and then he notices that you've noticed, and he smiles and waggles the balloons at you enticingly. Howdy there, fella. Interested in a toy balloon? How much are they? For you, just 30 meat. What colors do you have? Oh, well, just take a look. Red? They're all red? How do you make them float like that? Why, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here, of course. It's Pennywise, guys. I need to kill him. Alrighty then, here you go. We got a balloon. It's red. So basically we got ripped off. Can you tell me more about the circus? Well, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs, ho-ho. What would you like to know? What are your traveling plans? I haven't decided yet. That's why we set down somewhere a bit more rural. Keeps things relatively quiet while we scour around, get the lay of the land and all. Ho-ho. Where'd you travel from? Was your previous stop interesting? Oh, northwestish. It was a little hole in the ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Why is everyone working here a clown? Oh, it's traditional. When, what do you call them? Rodeo stock being put on. The rodeo clowns took other jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it's just become a normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. Ho-ho. Who's this Barnaby Bob guy? Oh, the boss is a real, famous showman. Though, I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Ho-ho. Got an eye like a hawk and a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show. It's a real highlight of the carnival. Alright, guy, you're creeping me out. And I will kill you. Just so you know that. This clown is presumably selling tickets to the sideshow. Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? What do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh. For you, 300 meat. For everyone else, 300 meat. We got meat to burn, guys. You won't be disappointed, and in the event you are disappointed, no refunds. Sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. The clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in, take your time and have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. I know a few other places that have a no touching rule. I won't go into it. Based on his attitude, uniquely combining attentiveness and extreme boredom, you assume this clown's job is to keep an eye on the sideshow exhibits. Howdy, fella. Welcome to the sideshow. Thanks. What's to see in here? Well, to the left we have our collection of spooky warped mirrors. Right here we have exhibits of clown eggs and pickled punks. And further down to your right is your freak show. Feel free to explore if you got any questions. About these, people? You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball head is my favorite. Nice quiet fella. Uh-huh. If you have questions about the other two freaks, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales out of school since the eye guy can't talk, though. You can ask me about him if you want. Okay, what can you tell me about him? Not much, I'm afraid. To be honest, he joined us, about a year ago. Maybe a little less. Where'd he come from? No idea. Weird, ain't it? You'd think a fellow looks like that, you'd have read about him in all the papers, right? Well, yeah. It sure is mysterious. How'd he get like that? Couldn't tell you. I bet you got a theory at least. Well, maybe he saw something no human fellow should ever see. What can you tell me about the eggs? It's a traditional clown thing. There's a placard next to him that explains the detail. Don't get too close, please. They're fragile. Alright, let's get it. This looks like to be one of those weird bent mirrors that make you look all crazy, as if there wasn't enough crazy-looking stuff around here already. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed, looking pulled up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. Kind of amusing. Looks like the mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling and your muscles ache a little sympathetically. God, this mirror somehow shows what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern, it almost looks like he winks at you. Shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. You see several shelves full of white eggs. Each one is painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to the side of one says, "Clown eggs." In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in this circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Let's inspect them more closely. Hey, step back, please, no touching. Sorry. Shelves are filled with jars, and jars are filled with things. Real weird-looking things. You only look closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and/or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. Three-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius lupus snake without a head or a tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to a huge, gross, pale grubs like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Something has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. Take a closer look. Pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well. The area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Yeah! Haha, got you pretty good there, buddy. What is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. Takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots. What an asshole. This guy's a startling sight for a circus sideshow freak. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. Let's take a closer look. Go a little closer and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what seems to be at first glance with the giant eyeball for a head. You do notice 2 things though. First, he has an odd lump at what you would call the base of his skull if he had one. Sort of crumpled fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like a crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of a stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. So, the circus gig. His hands slowly curl into fists and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see, or understand, I mean. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? I guess not. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. I'm Dick. Nice to meet you. Delighted to meet you. So, well, what's your deal? Why am I sideshow, you mean? Yeah, well, yeah, you seem perfectly normal. How forthright of you. Of course, it's only natural to wonder. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? No, not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides and it has another face on the back of his head with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints creak and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... Surprising? Yes. A bit, yes. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up at the now back of his head so the other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase, Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. Two minds in one body with two faces? It would be closer to the truth to say two instances of the same mind, with, as you say, two faces. You're right. The other face chuckles and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. Took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Guys, these clowns are twisted. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Talk to you later, Douglas. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello. Hello there. Enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? Why are you... I'm Janet, and you? I'm Dick, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Dick. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see the inside? Don't get asked that by a lady a lot, but sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the door in front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and piping, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates and then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? It's amazing. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Let's examine her workings. That's code. You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but it is indeed educational. How did this happen? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course. Sorry, it must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clowns. Yes. I mean, I don't think I need to tell you guys, but I'm pretty sure the clowns did this. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up this episode here though. I promise. I know I've said this the last two episodes, but at the next episode we'll get into some main quest stuff. Go ahead and drop a like, comment, subscribe if you liked it and want to see some more. Alright, thanks guys.